Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight. Now, let us see what we have left to do in the journal. Travel to Eldor, to the records, Trials of Durance. Land Baron. We can go and try and kill the Lord, perhaps. Can't do the Endless Path anymore. Oh, that's what we are doing. The Master Blow, Long Hunts, Cinders of a Lost Faith. We could do that one, go to the Expedition Hall.
Just say the word.
Right, so I'm gonna do any facts and stuff. Don't know what Braidmont Manor does. Don't know what the House of Diamonal does. Let's go to Copper Lane quick, because I think I would like to go and work for the Dudden. Like, yeah, they're Adventurers Guild, and yes, they're assholes, but the other guys have just stuck up nobility at this point. Right, Copper Lane. No yet. And then I'll probably start the main.
Just say the word.
Right. Up we go. Right. In we go. Sneak attack ability, radar, so just no D&D fair. Someone know about it in here, they said. Probably going to be him, if we're being honest. Maybe the blacksmith.
I'm here. Just say the word. Good day, stranger.
Let's see your wares. Exceptional. Yeah, they got some really nice stuff. I also want to sell some of my own stuff. Yeah, I mean, compared to that, what's that? Deflection, medium seal, deflection 4, deflection. So, if Waffen of Legend for the architecture and magical abilities, but their Metacraft leaves much to be desired. The spawn seal is beautiful but heavy and slow. Okay. We didn't get much of that at all, unfortunately. Do I really need any more fine armor? We'll get rid of one of those. I don't really wear fine hide. Right, trade. Yeah, there we go. As always, in any setting, armor is more valuable than anything else.
Just say the word.
So he doesn't have the information I need. Yes, it's going to be a slightly shorter episode again, folks. I can't help it at the moment. We can get it open, but we can't take anything out of it.
A simple test. That's settled.
Yeah, as I said,
I can do that. That's settled.
Right, so as I was saying, we're ending at the half an hour mark again. Just how it is at the moment.
I shall be discreet.
Geological map. This map marks areas of the geographical activity in Deerwood and Earth Glamfath. I've noticed a description of a cave where molten rock flows within a deep chasm. Interesting.
Fine.
And that's just water stuff, okay.
Just say the word.
Right, don't know why I need to steal that map, but I doubt I'll want to do it right now. Let's see if we can find anyone that knows about this staff. Sorry, about this location. Looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
He clears his throat in the background. So when I clears his throat in the background, Oscar mouth puckers.
Just say the word.
So that's not him. Daggers mark locations of various F-Waffen ruins. Notes posted around the map lists bets on current expeditions. Let's talk to him. When I casually nods at you, his eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary. Really? Okay, I thought there'd be someone here who could tell me the stuff I wanted to know.
Just say the word.
Symbols of faith, yeah. Didn't know where to place my to find it, but someone at the exhibition door might know. I'm looking for work.
I do have something, if you don't mind stepping on the toes of the Crucible Knights. Come to think of it, the Dominels won't be too pleased either. They've never liked seeing someone with nicer things than them.
Where do I begin?
Some of my other expeditions have come back with a rumor about a place called Lea Remen up near Stormwall Gorge. It's supposed to hold some of the greatest weapons those Engwithen bastards ever made, and we've got need of them.
I trust you won't be all you won't go blathering to the town criers when I tell you that knights are meddling in animancy. So, you cast your sideways glance. I trust you won't go blathering to the town criers when I tell you the knights are meddling in animancy, befouling the souls to build metal warriors. We've got to be prepared to defend ourselves and the city. If there's anything that can stand a chance against this madness, it's weapons made by the Enwaffens themselves. They've made the same kind of abominations in their time, but we know how to kill them. I've sent the giant slayers after the weapons, but they haven't made much luck so far. They are better fighters than treasure hunters. Meet up with them at Woodland Plain to see how far they've gotten. If you can get those weapons, I'll see you can get your cut. What harm in arming a bunch of angry folks who don't like to think all that much? Yeah,
Just say the word.
that sounds really bad, actually. Even by my standards, because these guys are basically a militia, and it's... maybe I'll go and tell the Crucible Knight. I mean, they're asshats, but there's still lore around here, and
Just
these
say the
guys are
word.
basically just trumped up adventurers. Sorry, wrong thing. So it's... yeah, I might just go and tell the Crucible Knight what's going on. Because this sounds bad. If the militia armed themselves... yeah, I mean, I was just happy just to do, like, contract work, but now they're going like, oh, like, I mean, I'm all for
Just
giving
say
it
the
to the
word.
man, but...
You must have seen some amazing sights on your way north.
Sure. Pirate cities floating in the archipelago. The mountain halls of these northern dwarves. Plenty.
I haven't been further south than the Deerwood myself. Maybe I'll come back after I've convinced the Ranganui and see all those things for myself.
I hope you do.
Interesting, like... it it's interesting. It's like, I hope you do. The whole, like, he probably won't survive if he does. Which is
Following your lead.
the thing is, this guy's a bit
Yeah.
naive, to be honest. He won't last too long, I don't think. So we can go and tell the knights. Yeah, I'm gonna go and tell the knights. I know it's a bit like you wouldn't care about this, like, yeah, but like the Melissa are batshit crazy. Not being nasty. And yeah, I don't like the Gold Knights have turned into, but they're they are the official order rather than the guys that are like arming the militia. Because just like arming the militia is a bad idea. Trust me, you never want militias to be running around equipped in anything. It never ends well. Especially when they get ideas that they should be in charge.
We just don't have the manpower.
Right, he's the commander.
Just say the word.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
You're in charge of the Knights of the Crucible. Here in Defiance Bay, anyhow, the High Justice is the leader of our order, but he's currently situated in Fleet Break Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and keep order for the Duke. What is something I could do for you? Why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleet Breaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates, and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
I mean, this is like, that remark is stupid. Like, you can't keep a bunch of desperate, homeless, half-starved civilians in line. That's stupid because literally, like angry mobs are massively, like, unless you're willing to kill everybody, angry mobs are massively dangerous. So, yeah, I mean, like, it's not a good situation he's been in if his boss has taken half his people and run off. Quit being so dramatic, you chose just a career. A Scout Darkens expressed that it's more than just a career, and I've never regretted it for a second. My calling is to defend this city and everyone in it, even swaggering ingrates like you. He takes a step closer where the others look at you silently, and if you drag yourself all the way over here just to blow off hot air, you've got time to do something more constructive. Forget Master Dunstan is working with the Animancy Scholar to build what we're calling the Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitators throw rocks to them. We don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need a scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my officers have checked. Vilena lives with the rest of the scavengers out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to Scavener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise anyway. Once you've brought me the research, he'll sell you any arms or armor you need, the forges or repairs for your equipment. You won't find any more capable smith in Defiance Bay. I mean, yeah, that sounds a lot better than what the dozen were, which is the Edict of Arrest. Does he get calls for the arrest of Iran? Yeah, I think we've already got that. I think we already took care of it. Yeah.
Just say the word.
But I don't like the idea of arming the dozen. It just sounds like a bad idea, especially how they are talking really militant-like. And the problem with militias is that militias tend to eventually stop talking talking militant-like and actually get up and do stuff about it. This is a symbol of Adon, a colossal smithing hammer posing over a circular gear. It's smooth and bright. Daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. That should be good. We're going to get that. Then we need to go to Copper Lane and talk to the scavengers. We need to deal with the Heritage Hill. The Justicos gaze flicks over to you briefly before turning to the Noviates gathered in the training area. If this is about patrols, my Noviates are already stretched to the limit between the refugee influx and the mess at Heritage Hill. I simply don't have the units to spare. After a pause, he looks over you again. I'm sorry, is there something else you need? Something wrong at Heritage Hill? She lowers her voice. What isn't wrong in this, the real question? The whole district of the walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there. And yet, this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumours about that place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about those disappearances. He shakes her head. I'd just as soon abandon the district if there were monsters, but if the monsters would find a way out. Tell me about Heritage Hill. It used to be one of the most prestigious districts in Defiance Bay, but a few months ago the residents all went mad, started eating each other and anything else that had the bad luck to wander into the district. I've never seen anything like it. Now, every Noviati that stands guard there, everyone that comes back anyway, talks of the stench of the grave and the groans of unspeakable horrors. She holds up one plate-clad finger. The why and how are questions for the Animants. As I seal the district in hopes of containing whatever happened there, it seems to be working for now. If there's nothing else, I must attend to my duties. You said earlier that something was wrong at Heritage Hill. Yeah, okay, I could look into it. She steps back and regards you. After what I've just told you, you want to go to Heritage Hill? I've lost trained soldiers there. Why should I let anyone else in? If people are disappearing, someone's got to figure out what happened to them. You've got nothing to lose. Your trained knights are nothing like me. Let's go with that one. If you're not eager to rush to your death, I won't stop. If you're so eager to rush to your death, I won't stop you. She quickly looks on at the Noviates, and if somehow you're able to stop this, you've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I send the word to the guards at the gates. Enter Heritage Hill.
Just say the word.
That's something that we do then. But first we need to go and get these things for the Forge Master. I mean, the reason I'm the Knights of the Crucible rather than the Dozen is that are massively radicalized. If you just listen to what they're saying.
Leave the pig alone.
Ah, he's after the pig. No, space pig. Unless he's trying to breed with the space pig, and then you would have a space fox pig, which is unpleasant to say the least. I mean, to be honest, I can see it going bad with the constructs. Either the constructs will get sentience, they'll go rogue, some other kind of horrific thing. But at the same time, do you really want a bunch of anarchists running around with, like... Because the whole problem is, like, if you militarize as a response to someone else militarizing, it just gets out of hand. And you have arms races and escalation, and then you have civil war, and the city will tear itself apart because some did something. Go discover the storm tool, find Velena. Let's talk to this idiot.
Gods keep you.
I'm looking for Velena. I like Velena. She's always talking about meta men, which is strange since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat snowcap. I don't talk to her about meta men either. I do eat snowcap. Haha. Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Odra's Gift to meet her friend, Brisair. No, Clisair. Yes, Clisair. Clisair is a friend she's going to meet in Odra's Gift in a house, not a boat, not the North House, empty house. Right, farewell. Let me guess, I have a feeling that the dozen are going to get involved. I should really go into all these issues. Right, so she's down here somewhere. Audra's gift. The problem with the dozen is that they take it way too far. It's like how they were attacking the brothel's clientele because they were too upmarket for people. It's like they're a brothel. They can allow in who they want. It's a free country. You can't. Right. Refugee. Yeah, I know it's a bad situation with the refugees, but... Abandoned house in the north. I think it's this one they're talking about. Right. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah. Dueled when. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at tense and armed, but not in matching gear like the Crisper Knights. At the centre of the group, one woman looms, and over another holding a flail. She snarls at the carrying figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe it's just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise, just notes. You hear a painful smack as the wind backhands the captive. We know you're meeting with the Crisper Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in the city. They call us a dozen for a reason. Now I want to ask again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns to see you're watching. You shouldn't be here. Let her go and I pretend I never saw this. Leave her alone. What's going on here? This ends now. Yep. Let's do it. This ends now. I'm here for the notes. Like, let her go and I'll pretend I never saw this. Leave her alone. She raises her flare and rusts at you. Right. Well, that was a waste of time. I should have just killed them straight off. Oh, at least we got our cruelness up. Or did we? Yeah, we must have got our cruelness up. Right. Let's get this done. Great, I can't. There's a civilian in the way. Can you please shoot him? Ouch. That sucks. Right, pop your heal. Right, someone's knocking off that. Right, okay, here we go. Flaming Sword of Doom, please. There's a couple of them left. Right. Nah. That wasn't nice. Right, so... Magical Missile it is. Everyone attack on him. Now that he's dead, we'll beat living daylights out of this guy. Valena's face is covered in bruises and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapidly hits breaths, pokes her lungs. I'm sure they're going to kill me. She wipes the tears from her cheeks, wincing as her knuckles graze a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my friend from the Republics. It looks like I walked into a trap. She shakes her head. The dozen must have been watching me for a while. I've been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they aren't exactly subtle about contacting me. Tell me about yourself. I studied Animancy in Ozai, back with the Valan Republics. I came to the Fights Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to the Blackenberry Sanctorium, I found a position as a scavenger at the Temple of Well. I had access to many rare manuscripts that most Animants had never seen. She shrugs. Of course, I had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let the head librarian and my colleagues know what I'm working on about this project. It deals with rather rare branch of Animancy, no offense, but I probably shouldn't go get the too specific without Commander Sever's permission. He commissioned it after all, she laughed nervously, and you can see the trouble my little indiscretions got me into. Let's get out of here. She gnarls at a split lip. She gnaws at a split lip. Commander Gavere of the Crucible-Knight is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him. I'll keep it with me I'd keep it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She nods at the Dwyn's corpse. She took it from me when I arrived. She takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait for me. I can make my own way out of here. Yeah. Idiots, a lot of them. Break. This robust Burgundian has been repeatedly reinforced in Adrian by the Adadian adventurer who once owned it. Thickly padded, the armor was dubbed Breaker, the Arrow Breaker. It served the adventurer well until her fame and fortune made her grow complacent. She allowed an opponent to get too close, while Owlbreaker protected her from projectiles. It didn't provide the same protection against the mace to the side of her head. Yep, and that will normally do it for you, unfortunately. That's a fine flail. Those are the manuscript notes. Right. We've got the notes. Something's happening at base camp. Lost 640 copper to bandits. Earned tax collection. Dagnabbit. Okay. How goes the construction? 3 days. Once the wall gets up, we'll be okay. Right. Erda wants to talk to you.
Strange place for a shrine to Abidan, Crucible Keep. Maybe it made more sense at some point before it gathered all that dust. And the only thing the Knights of the Crucible worship these days is the nobility, as far as I understand it.
I knew some soldiers who were recruited by the Knights after the war was over. They told me some about it. They get these young kids in there and they tell them about blacksmithing and about the revolution, about tradition, talk about the Golem like he created Crucible Knights in his forge to go to win Deerwood's independence. When they join, it turns out all of the other Knights ever talk about is when are they going to get recognised as real knighthood, when are we getting our titles on our land. Their High Justice wants to be an Earl, says it's Adon's will. He's got a castle and an army. You wonder how long he'll be waiting before he starts war over it, saying Adon told him to. It seems like some members do still take their ideals seriously. For all we know, maybe Adon is telling him to. They don't seem all that bad. They're keeping the peace in Defiance Bay. And the nobles will respond that it seems like some of the members still take their ideals seriously. Let's start with that one. You will see it with the older knights. Some of them. They're taught differently. I feel for them, seeing all the slowly wearing away around them with nothing to be done because the wrong people are in charge, saying they don't have better people leading them. I mean, yeah. I mean that's bad, but the militia is just downright and like anarchic. The But that's going to have to be where we leave it for today, lords and ladies. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Steam. You can leave a comment in the comment section. I'll get back in contact with you. This has been Pillars of Eternity. I've been Cornish-Knight, and we shall join us all next time for the next adventures of Gwen Ravenheart and Space Pig. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.